Yo, what is actually happening right now? Every single drummer in every single band is fired right now. You guys? Not really, but for real. I just saw there's like two more stories of drummers that are getting fired, and it's just crazy. So it started back with Primus. I feel like this spearheaded the entire movement here because what was that, in like December, November? And since then, brother, 15 other bands have all needed a new drummer. But this was the first one. Primus needed a new drummer. They held the auditions. It was a huge thing. And then if you remember, it was around the same time, maybe a little shortly after, Arcspire did the same thing, you know? So they came out. This was a huge thing. They're doing auditions, and all the drummers are posting videos. But I remember people talking about Primus and Arcspire, like, oh, you know, what next? This is all within the last like 6 months, right? This is all relatively close together. So Arcspire needs a new drummer. And then I think I'm going in the right order. Someone can correct me if I'm not, and if I'm also missing some. I mean, I got like 10 drummers here, brother. But after the Arcspire thing, if I remember correctly, it was the Who, which they fired, brother, and hired him again, and then fired him again. Like just the other day, I think, like not too long ago. But this was also a big story because it was like Zach Starkey has been fired. You know, what happened? And it turns out there was like they just got into an argument on stage, I think. Like they were just butting heads, and you know, brother came out and was like, I didn't actually get fired. It was just we got in a fight and it was misreported. Not really sure. But now, I mean, look at this right here. You're not going to believe this, but the Who fired their drummer again. And now I think brother's in the band again. That's crazy. Zach Starkey. It's Ringo Starr's son, if you didn't know that. I think everyone knows that. There's a lot I don't know. I just talk, right? So after this whole The Who thing, the next big thing, which was a couple month gap there, you know, all the drummers were safe for a little bit. And then this hit. The Foo Fighters fired Josh Freese. Like the pinnacle of rock drummers. You know what I'm saying? The one brother that you wouldn't want to fire, they fired him. And the way that they did it was kind of weird because they didn't even explain it to him. They were just kind of like, you know, thanks for your time, brother. Get the hell out of here. And Josh was left kind of like bewildered. I mean, we all were. We're like, what? Hold on. You're firing Josh Freese? Why? And you didn't even tell him why? Like, is it personal? Was it not? It's just crazy because I know he wasn't in the band for that long. But I mean, 2 years, like a year or two? Was it 2 years? It was long enough to, I mean, give the guy a reason. I don't know. There's obviously things behind the scenes that we don't know about. So I mean, we're only speculating, right? But this was the biggest, I mean, it's still an ongoing big story because everyone's talking about who's going to be the next drummer, right? They haven't announced it yet. They're talking about, is it going to be Taylor Hawkins' son, Shane? Or I think who was the other guy? There's another name that was in talks, or there was another story that like they found someone and they're waiting to announce it. I don't really know, but I know Shane has his other band that he's doing, that he's touring with, and the dates didn't necessarily overlap with what the Foo Fighter has going on. So people are like, oh, maybe he's still going to do it. I don't know. Interesting stuff because, I mean, imagine firing Josh Freese. Absolutely insane. And then shortly after that, within like a week, Ken Badeni from Aborted Metal, look, it brother got the X, you know what I mean? Effective immediately. This one was rough because it was more of like a personal life. Dude, to be honest, I don't indulge too much in the drama. I didn't read every story on this. I saw like a headline. I think I got the gist of it. Read some comments. You guys know how it goes, but that's still a big popular band, you know, that got rid of their drummer, and it's in the mix because it's just, I mean, there's so many, brother. And then after that, the other day, I saw In Flames drop Tanner Wayne. And then I was like, what the hell is going on right now, bro? Tanner Wayne is an absolute savage. Now, did they fire him because of his drumming ability? I highly doubt that. I mean, he was in the band for like, I mean, how many years? I don't even know how many years, dude. I want to say like 10. I could be wrong. He joined in 2018. So, I mean, he's been in the band for a pretty long time. And the guy is one of the best metal drummers out there. So, I don't know. Who knows why they split? I think it's has something to do with just some behind the scenes personal stuff. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did not read this story. Could the answer to my question be in this story? Possibly. Brother issued a statement, blah, 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 blah. They haven't mentioned who will be drumming. I mean, there's no reason, right? They didn't give a reason as to why they're getting rid of Tanner. They're just kind of like, yeah, we wish him the best. You know, it was dope. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it was mutual. But it's right in line with all these drummers just getting the axe, brother. Get the hell out of here, brother. That's what everyone's doing to their drummer right now. Get the hell out. We got two more but I'm not aware of the bands, okay? Paradise Lost parts ways with drummer. I just see the headline. And I'm thinking, of course they did. Everyone. John Bonham just got fired, brother. He's not even alive anymore, brother. This band, Paradise Lost, I never heard of them. Guido Zima is the drummer. Playing some festivals. Yeah, I mean, I can read this too. I'm not even going to read it. Maybe you guys drop a comment. I never even heard of this band. Let's see. Now Paradise Lost is jumping into the fray. They announced they're parting ways with Guido Zima. So they just announced it, but they didn't. I mean, it's not like they're going to say why, right? Brother's an asshole. We don't like brother. No one ever says why, really. They just kind of, I mean, they'll say like creative differences or, you know, we're just parting ways. Not really sure, but it's crazy that all these bands are just dropping their drummer. And then this one, Cynic. Never heard of this band either. I apologize if you guys are, if someone's a Cynic fan and you're going to be like, how the hell do you not know them, brother? I'm sorry, guys, but they split with their drummer, Matt Lynch, right here. Let's see if they have a reason. Probably not, you know. Announced their split with Matt Lynch. Joined Cynic in 2014 after brother parted ways. All right. They have not announced that. Okay, let's see. After a meaningful chapter together, we've decided to part ways with Matt Lynch. We're thankful for the time shared with him, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, people just grow out of things, and maybe brother didn't want to play the music anymore, or maybe he wants to do something else. There's a million reasons as to why you could lead your drummer, you know what I mean? But it's weird that they're all happening at the same time. I mean, since in the last 6 months, bro, we've had so many. I mean, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right here. 9 if you count Starkey getting fired twice. There's actually a couple more too that weren't necessarily big stories, but if you remember Daughtry, they parted ways with their drummer Jeremy, who's an absolute dude. That kid is so good. I love his style. But I mean, they parted ways, and their new drummer is Anthony Gazelle, who's my brother. He's the owner and founder of Rocklocks. If you guys don't know Rocklocks, it's a really dope product. It's a tension rod lock. I run his social media. But yeah, I mean, he's a really high level drummer, bro. I mean, if you're getting hired at that level, you're really good, you know? So Daughtry got a new drummer. And then who else? The Word Alive. Shout out to Telly and the boys. I did a tour with them, and they're all really awesome guys. But they also split with Daniel. And they gave a little bit more of a reason, you know. I think Daniel just kind of wants to just regroup and do his thing. I'm kind of speculating on that one. I forget. But, you know, they parted ways, and Devin Attard took over on drums for the Word Alive. And I mean, dude, he's a savage too. All these guys are really, really amazing. They're amazing drummers, and they're all my brothers. But yeah, a lot of shuffling going on. Like, remember the Jay Weinberg and Eloy and Grayson? But and that was like a whole shuffle thing too, back whenever that was going on, like a year or so ago. But yeah, what's in the air? What's in the milk, brother? What's happening? Yeah, I don't know. But you know what? The good thing about all this, all these drummers are absolute savages, and they're going to land in another gig and be just fine. I mean, like I said, I don't know who's Cynic. Matt Lynch and brother here, Guido Zima. I don't know these guys, but I bet they're good. I mean, you know, they're in these popular bands, and if you're getting written up on Metal Injection, you're in a popular band, you're probably good, brother. So I have a feeling they're going to land in some other gigs here, just like these guys in these new bands, like Archspire. Who's this brother? Spencer Moore? Dude is an absolute savage. I'm not going to lie. I had no idea who he was until Archspire, you know, announced it. And then I clicked on his page, and I think I recognized like some of his videos, but he didn't have a huge following. He wasn't getting like viral videos all the time, so I probably didn't see him. But then I watched this shit, and I was like, oh my God, this dude is absolutely incredible. What else? Foo Fighters, we're still waiting for an announcement there. Josh Freese is going to be just fine, right? I mean, brother's played with every A-list mainstream artist ever. He's on all kinds of records. He's going to land in something else any second here. Aborted already picked up Oh man, what's dude's name? Someone drop a comment. God, I'm sorry, guys. I feel bad not knowing brother's name. I forget who the hell was it. Is his name Spencer too? Oh man, I forget. And then In Flames already is rehearsing with a new drummer. And then Paradise Lost and Cynic. I mean, brother, I don't know who they are. But regardless, pray for drummers. We need help right now. And hopefully I don't wake up and see another story of like someone else getting the axe. Someone big and popular, or just like, John Hoffman's out of Primus already. Nah, that'd be crazy. That's a nightmare. That ain't gonna happen. All right, that's all I got for me. Drop a comment. Let me know if I missed anyone. And we'll be back soon. Have a good day, guys. Peace.